Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. From Anders here on Twitter, this is why I believe a major reason why the US is fighting crypto so much is because it would impact its ability to impose sanctions on other countries. On the other hand, just imagine the sanction power of a USD CBDC, a central bank digital currency. Now, he was bringing up this article here from the Financial Times. US dollar dominance is facing a crypto yuan hostile takeover. So it's no surprise that the US Treasury, whose remit includes combating threats to the US dollar and protecting the integrity of the financial system, is warning Congress that dollar-based digital instruments like stablecoins and crypto exchanges pose a significant risk. Well, a significant risk to who? In this morning's video, I talked about the recently forged partnership between Ripple partner SBI and Circle, the provider of the USDC stablecoin, and the implications, of that partnership and what could happen as a result. If you guys didn't catch that video, I will link it up here. Stablecoins, a hotly contested topic. Crypto dollars won't collapse the world financial system, but they could disrupt the cozy greenback-based settlement system, preeminence of the dollar as the currency of choice for contractual settlements, coupled with the depth of sophistication of U.S. capital markets, has enabled the U.S. and other Western governments to police bad actors by imposing economic sanctions on people who don't like that much. And so, without these sanctions or the ability to, put sanctions on countries that you don't agree with politically, what does that mean? Well, Anders here brought up this point just from this article here. Consider this. Russia had held crypto tokens on a hard drive instead of holding reserve assets at G7 central banks. Now, $600 billion of reserves that were blocked by Western sanctions would have been frustrated. Ditto the accounts of hundreds of Russian oligarchs and those of another 12,000 odd individuals and companies currently under American sanctions. The ability to be able to control this is becoming less and less. And, with new technology, obviously, this is just going to be better and more, democratically distributed, the power to transact. Well, these countries now, they're going to have the ability to do this, whether the U.S. likes it or not. So, dollar dominance is really, taking power away from the United States in a lot of ways. And of course, the narrative is being pushed as such. Mike Manfield here posting this. Now, I didn't think Christine Lagarde was going to bring her son into this. Apparently, Christine Lagarde's son was wiped out by crypto. No fan of crypto investing, ECB President Christine Lagarde has revealed that her son ignored her warnings about the risks associated with trading in virtual currencies and consequently lost a significant chunk of his earnings in the market. Mommy, what do I do now? Lagarde has long railed against volatile and sometimes criminal nature of crypto markets, warning novice investors that they risk losing all of their cash if they choose to speculate in virtual currencies. Now, I couldn't imagine Christine Lagarde's son being terribly young. What would he be, in his 40s, 30s, 40s? I mean, I don't know. She seems like she'd be at least 65. Anyway, apparently, it seems that her son failed to listen and subsequently lost 60% of a speculative bet that went badly awry. Lagarde shared the personal anecdote in a town hall meeting in Frankfurt. He ignored me royally, which is his privilege, and he lost almost all the money that he had invested. It wasn't a lot, but he lost it all. He lost about 60% of it. Well, first of all, that's not all of it. That's just over 50% of it. So when I then had another talk with him about it, he reluctantly accepted that I was right. Mommy knows best. I can't even believe that she would have brought this up at a town hall, really just trying to scare, investors, potential investors in crypto, because, and I also, what year was this? Did he buy at all-time high? What was he, how, there's zero context to this story, which really kind of annoys me and aggravates me, considering these are coming from, these kinds of stories are coming from people who are at the top, who understand markets very well, who understand cycles. If we can figure out there's a crypto cycle, I'm sure the hires up can also figure that out. So, a story without context is really kind of annoying, especially when it's being, publicized in the media. For all the plebe retail investors out there to kind of be like, oh yeah, maybe I shouldn't invest. Regardless though, guys, we're going to be on the right side of the trade. We're going to be buying low, selling high, and we're not going to be making these same kinds of mistakes. The industry is rife with development. Of course, the XRP ledger, one of the bigger projects here in development. And I feel like, they put on a hackathon all the time to get more developers interested. This one coming from Michael Branch, the organizers of the very first XRP DeFi hackathon in Japan. So this one happening in Japan specifically shared details of the application process and indicated the most crucial segments of XRP-centric development for potential participants. So they're even saying, look, we already have a lot of development in certain, I guess, parts or certain types of industries, like, for example, cross-border payments. So, if you really want an edge, maybe start developing in this type of, niche market. So Emi Yoshikawa, Ripple Strategic Initiatives VP, she invited XRPL-focused developers to take part in an XRP Ledger DeFi hackathon, and that started just yesterday, November the 26th in Tokyo. Applicants can be submitted to the organizers until December the 10th. So if you guys are of the developer ilk and want to participate, you have until December the 10th. Successful products will be pitched during the demo day, which is December the 12th. The XRPL DeFi hackathon team indicated 3 major directions for developers of smart contracts and dApps. In the upcoming hackathon, applications for XRP Ledger transactions, including decentralized crypto exchanges with automated market-making instruments, tokenization tools, and so on, will be in focus. So that is what the focus is this time around. Besides that, XRP Ledger enthusiasts are welcome to submit apps using the Hooks Amendment, cross-chain bridges, and other programmable developments on the XRP Ledger. The aggregated prize pool for the winners is capped at $10,000 in equivalent, while a separate $1,500 pool will be shared between projects using EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine sidechain, the announcement said. So another hackathon here, guys. That is happening in Japan. Wanted to thank Michael for bringing that to our attention. So new verticals, obviously, that is what developers on the XRPL are focused on today. It seems as though, for cross-border payments and the financial needs transactions, I feel like we're kind of almost at that tipping point now where the real-world utility is going to flow in very soon. Sir John Cunliffe here, the Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, which is already a Ripple customer, said that CBDCs are likely to happen and connected to new technologies emerging in the crypto world. Guys, here's a clip of John Cunliffe here, the Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, in a recent discussion in Parliament about CBDCs. Listen to this.
Build a working prototype to test in a simulated environment, and then you'd be into testing in a live environment, and then implementation. This next phase is designed to put us in a position to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Sir John. Anthony.
Thank you, Chair. We have one of the most advanced, arguably the most advanced payment system in the world in the UK. You can make instantaneous payments, largely do it for free, very conveniently. You can pay with your phone, your watch, contactless, with a ring. Why do we need a digital now?
So first of all, I'm not sure we have one of the most advanced payment systems in the world. I just come back from India, actually, and there's a lot of things that are happening in there and emerging market economies, I think, that have gone much further. And you can't, by the way, use peer-to-peer payments in shops or wherever as you can in other countries. So we have a system that meets today's needs. Whether it's one of the most advanced in the world, I think we could talk about. The issue, though, is and it comes back to likely to, and it comes back to the amount of time it would take to do this. I think if you do a static thing, what is it that I can't do now that I know I want to do? I think in what hole in the current payment landscape would it fill? Then I don't think you get to an answer that you would need to do a CBDC now.
There's no specific problem at the moment.
So
CBDC
maybe if I can turn it around, this is a forward-looking assessment. So some of these new technologies that have emerged, a lot of them have emerged in the crypto world, but not just in the crypto world, offer, I think, the prospect, and I say it's the prospect, which is why we're in likely to the development of trends, of a much deeper integration of the transfer of value, the settlement, the movement of a payment asset into software that automates decisions, but also that integrates payment into other non-payment functions. So at the moment, as you know well, we do electronic transfers on commercial bank ledgers through payment systems, but there are reasons why those systems will not enable the same programmability, the same automaticity that you would get using some of the techniques that have been developed elsewhere. I'm not a technologist, and when we talk to technologists, there are different views about how quickly and to what extent those new technologies can be brought to bear. I would say it would be complacent to assume that those new technologies will not develop and that people will not find ways to integrate the payment operation much more deeply into digital platforms and digital operations.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. There's about another minute left on that clip, but I think you guys get the sense of where England is going. Obviously, they're already Ripple integrated. The Bank of England has been a Ripple partner for a very long time. Bank of England Deputy Governor on the crypto crash. So crypto crash survivors could become tomorrow's Amazons and eBays. This article, just a headline here from June of 2022. That coming from the same guy, John Cunliffe. Okay, Deputy Governor of the Bank of England. So we can see here where the technology is moving. Again, guys, it's going to be a matter of time before we really do see the worldwide integration and before, all the big companies lock in and start using cryptocurrency at scale. Jack the Rippler here bringing this to our attention. Now, yesterday I did talk about some and new developments for the Sum app. Major XRP developer drops a hint that Mastercard integration is going to be a part of this new wallet iteration for Sum. Now, Vitsvin did talk about the new Sum wallet integration. We talked a little bit about the Tangem NFC hardware wallet integrated into the Sum app. But guys, there was also this, which I kind of glazed over a little bit yesterday, responding to queries from followers. Vin disclosed that the team is actively working on a groundbreaking feature integrating with debit Mastercard. Now, if you guys remember, Mastercard did partner with Ripple fairly recently, back in August of 2023, for CBDCs. So I feel like, this might be the next logical step. Mastercard back then did announce the launch of its new CBDC partner program, which is aimed to use a platform to cooperate with key crypto industry members. The announcement stated facts about the central bank digital currency industry, including 93% of central banks are engaged in some form of work on CBDCs, and 4 retail CBDCs are already in full live circulation. So the payments company also plans to partner with crypto companies, which may provide the necessary platform to launch successful CBDCs. And guys, Ripple was one of those companies for that Mastercard integration. So, when now that we're looking at this and the Sum integration that leverages XRP, built on the XRP ledger, and the fact that Vitsvin here has, even said debit Mastercard is going to be one of those customers that we're going to be integrating with. Well, I think that, does speak to the fact of where this could be going. XRP integration on a larger scale. So wanted to thank Jack the Rippler there for pointing that out, and Vitsvin, of course, for his original tweet from yesterday. Now, what else do we have, guys? This one from Mr. Man, an investment thesis. Now, this is a thesis, and here's what they said. Ripple is said to be one of the top 10 unicorn companies, and the transition from TradeFi to Web3 presents an $850 billion opportunity and is giving birth to new disruptive and innovative companies. And guys, here it's saying Ripple is shown as a possible winner through this transaction. Now, I guess I should tell you guys where this is coming from. This is coming from Intro-Act. Actionable introductions. Here's what they do. Intro-Act makes actionable introductions between stakeholders and capital markets. So they're kind of a liaison, a go-between for the corporate world. Corporate executives spend 10 to 20% of their time meeting with investors, many of whom are incompatible. This process becomes a waste of time and money for both investors and corporations. Interact has developed machine learning pattern recognition software to optimize matchmaking between issuers and their most compatible investors. Then we help develop a content strategy that issuers can efficiently and effectively communicate with these investors and promote intelligent engagement. So they're basically like a Tinder, I guess, for investors and corporates to be able to kind of match, I guess, VC funding with projects that want to get off the ground. So Progressive Opportunities, Interact specializes in making the efficient part of the capital markets more efficient by connecting great investment opportunities with compatible investors. There are about 7,000 publicly traded companies in the US and Canada. As a proxy, the Russell 3000 is the largest of these companies and is very well covered by leading brokers. The other approximately 4,000 publicly listed companies are largely orphans without street sponsorship or attention. So these guys are helping to make these matches. So they have to have their thumb on the pulse of the industry. And guys, here's what they're saying. The investment thesis: the disruption of the highly regulated financial services industry has been underway for the last 3 decades, but is now accelerating at an unprecedented rate. Well, as we know, we're all noticing this. Just because, I personally am doing research every day on this topic and, bringing you guys a new video every day. And, I'm sure a lot of you guys are learning more than, let's say, 99% of the population out there that knows anything about cryptocurrency. You talk to a normie about crypto, what do they know? Really, what do they know? They don't know about Ripple. They don't know about XRP. They don't know about the fintech industry. All they're hearing is the negativity. If all they're doing is listening to mainstream news, they're hearing these kinds of stories. Christine Lagarde's son was wiped out by crypto speculation, right? But guys, we know it's bigger than this. We know we are in something very, very lucrative. And so, this is where the nut is. Intro Act, and they're saying, this industry is being disrupted. They say currently led by innovative disruptors, the industry is undergoing an e-money wave, online commerce, and the digital money wave, blockchain-based commerce. The transition presents an $850 billion opportunity that is giving birth to new disruptive companies and business models that are challenging the status quo. They say, we believe fintech is changing the way money makes money by compressing key metrics, so cost, time, etc., delivering superior customer experience and unlocking new markets through innovation. Despite mixed sentiments in the crypto market, we use the blockchain technology and financial services product continues unabated, and this is the key driving force behind the digital money wave. Incumbents have been challenged, but are responding by building ecosystems of digital partners and using open banking technology to defend their turf. So, they have obviously, this is what they do. They're in the business of doing their research. And guys, look at what they have found, how Ripple's cross-border payment solution works. They have outlined Ripple specifically in this report. Now, this is from a few months ago, but it is very interesting to note, despite the ongoing crypto winter and negative sentiment, Ripple ended 2022 on a high note as it expanded its on-demand liquidity to nearly 40 payout markets, adding multiple new clients and strengthened its machine learning capabilities. And of course, since 2022, we have seen even more development on RippleNet. They're listed here as one of the top 10 unicorns by valuation as of Q4 of 2022. And guys, on top of it all, here's what they're saying. The wave of fintech disruption, financial services industry have seen many waves of disruption. And guys, possible winners located right down here include Ripple, Circle, and Coinbase. So being one of those possible winners, if you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I urge you watch it because Circle was also outlined for their new partnership with SBI Holdings, which just happens to be a Ripple partner. So this is the investment thesis from this company here, Intro Act, whose sole purpose is to introduce the money to the projects. So, they would essentially be out of business if they were predicting this wrong, and they're seeing Ripple as one of those likely winners in the space. So again, hearing these negative narratives just kind of makes me laugh. It really does show you how much we know and how lucrative our crypto investments are. How high the price is going to go, that is still a question mark, but they're going to go up in the coming years. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.